I
So
have to
Fortnite 2
stifle a
came out.
smile every time I remember the look on my...
So now, I'm gonna quickly head to, Fontaine. I got my desk, I got my new setup, so... I'm just trying to open up chat real quick. I've enabled drops for, the community. I'm not sure what that means, so can you just tell me in the comments? So first, I just want to be wishing. So of course we have the new quest. I can't complete Ryther's Leaves for some reason. Not sure why. Wait until the next day. First, we're gonna stream in the cursed place in the Fountain of Lucine. Let me just first need to send something to my manager. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull Furina right here. So. Oh, Furina. Gee, no, I'm not gonna send that, no. Okay, so. Here goes our first pull. Okay. Oh! No! Not again! I got this character. When I pulled for Raiden. Chocolate, bro. It would just be funny if I got a double 5-star. Yeah, nothing. So what's that? Kokomi, Skara, Raiden, Nahida, and now Furina. 5 in a row! 5 in a row! 5 in a row is just insane. Okay, so, what pity was that? Oh, wait, what pity was that? No record? Yeah. Furina. Yeah, I'm on the right one. Second pull in, what we get? 4-star. Is it? Chocolate again. Anyway, so that's 10. All right. So So again, it's another 4-star, so that's 30. Yo! Yo, I got it! Yo! Another one? Ooh, a double 4-star. There we go, chat. There we go. We got it. We got her. I was only one. And we have 200 extra wishes. See, told you guys. And just go into first one activate C1. C1. C2. A dull blade. Also, xenochromatic formula is decreased. Oh yeah, cause I got. What did she send off? Lake Light Lilies, the Aranese Forest. So it wasn't the 4.0 map. That's just probably a new added area.
I take my meals cold.
Anyway. Anyway, so
now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede!
well, yeah, but here's the problem. Once you enter, your life is restarted, and now you're all traces of you are wiped. Now you're just a criminal who's just existed. Yeah, so is something gonna change?
Please, sign here.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Huh?
What's happening?
That's bad.
I'm fine, thanks.
Let's go ask the Duke.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to head up here and then we're going to...
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there some...
Yeah, what was with that earthquake?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, this...
So the
If you recall our last incident, if there...
Huh. You've got it. By the way...
I believe...
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes. Have you...
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But, oh yeah, Paimon... Then be sure to come back and visit.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure.
Well, you actually...
Ah, so you do...
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must... Yeah, don't worry.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems
Yeah.
our work in the Fortress
Living the
of
Traveler,
Marathon is
that's gonna
finished.
be you.
That's the
Nah.
end of another chapter. We should... You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just... You're right.
Yeah. And we did not find Child, so he might send us back down here again. Because, like... Nah, I'm sorry about that, like, this quest is too long. This is also one quest.
Hello. In the meantime, please, have a...
That's all right.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to...
All right.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
That was it?
Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right. And we came here to see you right away.
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might...
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater?
Oh no.
What the hell? I just...
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Oh, right. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we...
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no. What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Alright, let's move. Okay, so...
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so...
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped.
He jumped down then. Find the
Yep.
leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right. You'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water, leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson, no one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed—
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry, I need to go for now.
And out she goes. Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry, I just... Malus and Silver, they won't ever come back here again.
No!
What?
Huh?
Silver!
What happened to them?
No, Silver!
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave, and they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. I could at least hold a funeral for my father, and I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine and...
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here...
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa.
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed.
Buying yourself a plot in advance.
No need yet. But when I do, I hope
I
you'll
just
let me
felt
be
scared
buried
when she was
beside
quiet, because
Master
last time
Demoiselle.
Furina was playing Speed's meat one in my face. I'm not
Hey.
joking. This
I'm
actually
quite
did
serious.
happen.
That makes sense.
After all, besides you, Demoiselle.
Like it ricocheted
us
off the fountain, then
certainly
went
be
directly
considered
into my
Master's
face.
Personally,
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well,
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, Malus and Silver have helped me so much. I'm so sorry.
you can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. By the way, you can have a look at this.
I don't know.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina,
Are these
Daisy Ray.
all the people Taylor Swift wrote a song about?
So, everyone else is safe.
It's okay.
There's the
I
meme.
know what you're the overall.
I know
outcome
when in
indicates
4.3 they're
that
gonna
the
make
cost-
they're going to make
Right. Don't think that
they're
way,
gonna
Navia.
make risky rituals.
One person
But
might
make
be
us listen
saved
to
at the
Taylor Swift.
expense
No.
of an Malus and Silver
Might not.
were
I'm not
the
gonna pull for
price
Navia,
for saving
'cause-
anyone. They're
Yeah.
heroes.
You're right. What you said just now was.
Oh,
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Oh, hey, Nave.
the knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to
Poisson.
relocate. As for the supplies, we have everything taken care of.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels, and
This is nothing to brag
Also,
about, nor,
we need to
as
look
I've told
for
this
Giles.
traveler before, lending your organization a hand was a...
without your help, there would have been many more casualties.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did, as Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like...
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss,
That's
Miss
deep.
Navia.
That is really deep.
Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always...
So, you're one who...
Of course, that is...
Anyway,
By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
All right,
That is a
Kyle.
clever and useful
Kyle,
conversation technique. Traveler, I'm sure you remember, you and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time, indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the house. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in... Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may... My people initially came to prepare for ruin.
So, that's why the Fatui were already...
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you
Huh.
are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they...
oh, that's so
The intel I just...
got it. So,
Excuse me, but may I tag a...
You wish to join, Miss...
but are you sure you're up to it?
Well, there's no point. Besides,
Since you put it that way, all right.
Okay, the three.
55 minutes in, and a bunch of fails as well. Why was I failing? So my keyboard really bad. It's like a full-on gaming PC. I need to have looked at some reviews because like I
Looks
really
like
need
we've
to know
reached
why.
the end.
This is the place? There should not be any other hidden space.
the path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Perhaps we should just leave them...
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that
It feels like someone left these slates and these.
that would fit the circumstance.
there's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated.
That's supposed to be war, I
And-
think.
Is that Lady Furina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
I think they're just...
And is that a ring of people around her?
The fourth image. I know this one.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the...
Yeah. I want an explanation on speeds of meat. Like, I just want to know. What's that?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Nervalette. Deciphering.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at this. Says that
I.
still.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Furina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if...
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy?
But who?
It seems that any further clues will have to come.
In that case, there's...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon. Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. And I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know, but you found them in some
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing?
I don't. I've never seen...
I'll ask you again. Do you really have... My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I understand your concerns, but... I'm sorry. I just don't have an...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known there are several indications that you have been... This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do not... You have never been as superficial...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you shouldn't... There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. Just trust in me. You're Archon. That's all I have to say. We do not Oh!
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door?
I assume you've been outside for a while.
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding. Everyone in her... We may have...
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing...
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at...
We will need to consider the... If at all possible, I would... This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god... But...
He's just talking about some quiet from Son. So...
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so
And here you are, drinking tea like it's the most natural...
that's what family
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
See you guys.
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about...
Me?
Then, how about you, good...
No,
I
it's all of
fear
us.
that I will cause the mood on this boat to become...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you?
Oh,
Everyone's there.
you might be right. Anyway, to cut to... As for what that is, well... let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of...
Oh?
Well, it's...
Huh?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a...
I see.
He is glad that you...
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
Right.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters, though that was their name. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a so, if...
For me, our line of work...
You use some of those techniques while...
Yes, and...
I'm afraid I can't claim that.
And I can be the...
With discretion...
I remember that
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Nevi...
I fear...
That makes sense. But I do have one more. If we were to create a trap now... If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes...
Wait, what?
Only a hunter who...
Huh. We had...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then but we shall require much more courage than any hunt...
Oh.
That's Furina, right over there!
Should I just give up? What was meant to happen did happen after. I'm sorry. Give up for... I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Other than... Who's that?
Don't worry, Furina.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why,
Furina, you were crying.
What do you mean? Dear
Oh my days.
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their art. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marechaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them too.
Huh? Why is Lenny here?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, do not forget, however, that
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is...
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Furina, what?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear,
Looking for excuses?
I raised my hands just now. I'm sorry. You are But now, I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world this time. Applaud and mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of fun.
Oh, no. Why does it feel like Furina just took over the whole thing? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic...
All right, then.
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that... Also, please allow just how much work.
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the
Navia,
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to the people's resent, moreover, according to our...
So, you mean...
And their goal was to
That's right.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias, was an archon instead of a human. My thanks, Furina. Without... Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a...
So, in other...
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster.
Then, you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and also that as soon...
Yes, that is...
Well, Clorand, as for you, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor. Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass. This is a
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here. Oh, let Paimon see. So in other words, we can let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
You defeated the Hydro Archon. This is the fortress of... According to Miss Shinier, the words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably...
Alright.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
I was actually hoping for
Of course.
like a battle
It is
with
only...
That's true.
Okay,
But my
with
charge
the
here is
thing.
unrelated to your conduct as an archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the archon in the first place.
Wait.
Huh?
What was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty.
Charge accepted.
He's not the Archon?
Lady Furina, do you plead...
Who not
Lady
waste my
Furina.
wishes
I
on?
plead not guilty. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other.
Yeah. Even though Lady Furina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going...
Yeah, I've never...
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever. See? Even the If you wish to drop the case, I can promise.
An argument with near impossible.
Well, and if I.
Fails. This child is the main
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, sounds like me.
First of all, you may be.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an archon might naturally, but in light of this claim...
You sensed it too, huh, Neverlet?
Lady Furina... Well, it is...
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped at. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served. One need only to turn their eyes.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest?
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decision.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your... While the court isn't... You will prove your... That was no trick.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having
the real Hydro Archon. Well, it is true that I did not know why but the Oratrice handed. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
My pal.
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend...
You don't.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
Indemnitium. Yes, it's all because of Indemnitium.
How's that?
Archons. Thus did I.
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter.
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. I'm still the police.
If what the prosecutor said is true,
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of...
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not if you have no
Wow, she came up with yet another argument.
That does seem reasonable.
It has been established that all Fontainians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use.
Miss Navia, please...
Super sorry. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my... So, if we are to believe that you are indeed... But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind, I do hope you'll act prudently. And
Navia from the...
If Lady
Lady Furina, this...
Well, of course, yet
she's just...
What's going on?
Due to the inherent...
What? Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, will you believe—
Miss Siegewing? If you're present, Miss Siegewing, please come—
Siegewing? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a...
Please announce the results of your event.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewing. Lady Furina, you may return to the—
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved!
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that we don't want anyone else to lose their—
Yeah, so out of regard for Furina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Furina could have...
I can't believe... Listen to me, everyone! Think about it! How can you conclusively prove that an also...
She's definitely...
Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me! I swear, I really am your...
Huh.
I don't think anything she says at the—
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway me until she's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Furina is... guilty.
No.
No, we shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique.
Oh no, I skipped it. Oratrice Mécanique Dionys Cardinal. Nah, never let me cooking though. I'm just saying, he'd be cooking.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Furina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice?
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via...
The death
Actually,
sentence.
one of the available sentences?
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice?
This outcome is indeed quite strange. Is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been...
Yeah! Even Vache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, but now, the
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still—
Fremine! Oh, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed—
Any mission. looked everywhere, but has the trial already concluded? Then...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the...
Huh? So what do you see?
I believe I've now...
Huh? So when you say...
In truth, however, I'm
Okay. Stone slate describes what you just... Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and this must be the point. The third slate shows the... Well, the fourth slate is... We didn't believe that such a...
We know, and the... Perhaps wouldn't the... It's not as... We're not... The prophecy...
Yeah, I wasn't even that. Anyway, this should be done now.
They'll dissolve into the primordials. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death and... Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was the prophecy's content.
There we go.
You can make sense of it. But
no.
Then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
All Fontaine, the evidence for... Oh, and according to Navia...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first... That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon...
And yet, after many hundreds of years...
Yeah! Isn't the image here just... So wouldn't it be trying to show the image in the end? Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. However, while you were able to decode all the when we were at the ruins, now that the slate collection is complete... I believe I should share this truth not only with you. Your hypotheses were in the Fontaine of old. The previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves expressed to the... However, even though water as an element is not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels. But if Fontaine... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea.
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the truth, we
That's
can't let the
dark.
Hydro...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and a key point of the... They have not been... The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well. You may also therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall... Yes.
I think that, in truth...
What should we do? If that's the case...
Traveler, I would like to point out another small... About the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, as for the root cause of the catastrophe...
Huh?
This eruption was just a small...
It was both...
The whale. Yes.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could
The truth, the...
That makes more sense, because... Are we gonna get, like, another child reskin? Because that's what they did with, Dan Hung and, Stora. Huh? Oh no, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Oh god! Oh no! This child whale! Come on! Come on! Come here, that guy! Come here, that guy! Come here, that guy! Let's go! Oh no, he shattered it! Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, let's go! Here he is! Come on, that guy! Hey, let's go!
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you...
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does... It has been great, and once it...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created...
Precisely. That whale Therefore, when it left the primordial sea...
we just...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been...
That battle maniac. Anyway...
It is too late.
Yeah.
It had already... Even if the...
That's not something I will accept. We've already we've come...
Indeed.
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Huh. It's a canon event, guys.
The prophecy. Just as ultimately,
okay.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Furina! No, I still need answers.
the hour of my execution is almost here. for the sinner. The curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Nah, because all on TikTok, yeah, they all made that song was like does when they made edits of her getting her head cut off. Yeah, what about the whale? That's my general question. I need to know more about the whale. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. Just moving on, please live happily as a human. I just wish as you could. So I wish as you could.
Iudex Nervalette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What are you gonna do with Jesus?
Was that bright?
But
it's time to end. I have gained this. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our traveler. Now that the oratories can know the root of the cult, come with me, traveler.
Alright, we're in. So, we also want to see where we are in the quest. Yeah, here it is. The whale boy. So we work with Nuvula or Childs? Hold on, is Child dead now?
But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
Oh.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the whale. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power. We shall look for an opening together. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Does this speed this up? I just realized how small Chongyun.
All Devouring Narwal.
I don't have any POS in your attacks, so attack. Okay. Why am I so lost? Okay, that's alive, guys.
Why is there a hole looking thingy over there? It looks scary.
Going in! Windstrike! Fallen leaves. Adorn!
The death back. Be still. Man, fearful. I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress this root from within.
What do you mean use your power?
Let's light it up!
What? Now fish apps? No, wrong button. No,
May have
wait.
overestimated myself.
I literally just glitched into well, I glitched into a completely another game.
Adventure!
Be still.
See, I don't know what Peniel, I don't know what they do because is it dead? Is it being corrupted or? Who's that? Oh yeah, that's the person in the thing. She threw him back in. But wait. So what just
Thanks
happened?
for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my... Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point.
That power.
It's just that he gave us the impression that she was...
I simply did not have anything to
so
say
you're
to a
Sarik.
weak. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. That kind of power is wasted on it. All in all, it fits.
Miss Skirk?
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, child's master...
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Sertologi.
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then?
Goals in a...
That one we've heard! Rhine Doctor's part of the Hexen...
Oh. So you do know that name, but I suppose you understand now, yes?
Wait! Didn't you also—
Actually, never mind that. That the All Devouring Narwal used up nearly all its strength. Such roiling hydro energies will prove— As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has— In other words—
What?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Okay. It's just sea. It's like to that flooded again. Like it's because originally it was flooded with Inazuma and
Hey! Help! Over here!
it was just like the end of Black and White. And well, never mind. This is a whole shit.
All hands, initiate emergency rescue!
Hurry!
Oh, imagine if I just grabbed some. Okay, never mind that. It worked.
Hey, lend a hand!
Yeah, might.
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Proceeding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong.
Well, we fixed up Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no.
Are you alright?
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
No, we stopped the prophecy.
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about—
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not— I related Focalor's words to her faithfully. She simply said that she was tired. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the—
but she—
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that in truth, I am somewhat happy for her. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor—
What about you then? What—
After Focalor passed on, this matter will
Looks like you're still considering stuff—
As an elemental dragon, there are— As such, before I attend to— Additionally, the Hydro—
That's true. Wait, but the very—
As I am now, I have—
Wow.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide. So as far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Yo!
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, The dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Natlan is also the nation of war. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from the harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right!
Leaving aside their intentionality, their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro as such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. When we spoke to Lenny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards we guessed that...
So regarding this specific issue, I would... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Oh no, her name's Skirk.
Well, we're going to...
What next?
The All Devouring Narwal isn't here, so I'm no longer... I can finally catch the scent of your power. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know.
You should have the
remains. Well, that much is, but I fear I have never...
I've been training with... It is only natural for the... Regardless, to live in itself is...
What do you mean?
No...
This third...
Master, if you're interested, though.
Next time, you believe we...
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of...
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not.
The remains of... So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
What?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should...
If she speaks the truth? I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept. That means that the...
Like... No. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third Descender and all? That's what you say, but
I too believe it unwise to make too many...
Alright.
Yes.
But... She sacrificed herself in the end as a god. And she suffered through all those years as...
I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wished, life flows and what...
Oh, I was hoping like they could be something related to like Mona and Fischl, but then like I was just hoping that couldn't be like Aloy, because like Aloy is just like some random character that spawned in. Anyway, guys. That is going to be the end of the stream. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow me. Make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. And that's where we're going to end off. Bye, everyone.